Hi, hello everybody. Welcome back to PILX. Today's match is HBG versus BACU. Hot and Spaghetti versus Broken Arrows. I am your host, Gelos, here joined by my co-caster, Gretchen.
Hello, by the way, it's not Broken Arrow Company, it's Arrow Company and IFCU,
And
also known as
IFCU.
I fuck you. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Don't leave them out. Come on, guys.
My bad. As long as you know. And actually, it's
Yeah.
very important that you
These
hear.
are both Kobold groups,
Because
so
yeah, I was gonna say
I know
these are
basically all these players from live.
These are all players that you would know, and I would not. So let's go over the rosters here real quick. I did already cast an HBG match, so I've seen these guys in action. They're fairly well coordinated, and we do know some of these players like Osprey and Addypick. You know, they're decent, a decent enough team, I'd say. They're expected to do fairly well. I do expect some nice things out of them. However, BACU is actually they're fairly impressive. Why don't you explain a little bit more for him?
My prediction is that they're probably gonna be the strongest team in this bracket. Or my feeling. And they're mainly Borg, and there's quite a few IFCU players as well, but the Borg players are pretty well known for being a good midfield over years already that's done a lot of point holding, and they've especially got a good lineup of strong medics that are very competent in like reviving at the right time, playing around their heavies revives. Like they know how to bait their heavy so they get the kill and then get the heavy back up after. So really it's the medic play that I think, not to discredit the rest of the players, but the medics will sort of stick out to me in comparison to the other teams in this bracket.
Yeah, and of course, you know, we've talked about this many times, but medic play is an incredibly important part of this format.
Yeah.
It's specifically it is something that will just keep your team on the choke points that you need to be on in order to continue your push in a 10v10. You know, having this many people just consistently be able to stay in one place and then eventually push, it really does come in handy. So yeah, that meta gameplay is expected to do BACU very, very well. I want to see how HBG sort of counters that again. They have a bit of experience, a little bit of experience themselves, and they're coming in with a player like Osprey as well. Hopefully, I think he is playing today too. He is, yeah.
I see his bus, so I'm assuming so.
So, that's going to be a huge boon here because Osprey is one that is, he's not just a good heavy, but he's also a very good bolt. And considering the map, which let's go right over to the map screen here. The map today is Pale, and for anybody that has ever seen Pale in any other format, Pale is very, very important to have a good bolter on. Bolters can shut down entire lanes sometimes, depending
Or
on
at
how
least
skilled
get you
they are.
info on
Yep.
all of it. Like
Yep.
you can, sitting on these roofs, you get so many spots off, and you can know what like half the enemy team is basically.
Yeah. So that super strong sort of bolter gameplay coming in from Osprey is going to be extremely critical for HBG. So that being said, let's go ahead and actually take a look at who specifically is playing. So for the HBG team, we actually do have little rosters there. Might be a little bit small, but hopefully you guys can read it. We have Alex, Luan, Lizlide, Mid, Osprey, Ozheim, Remington, TCT, Dark Eurosos, and Addypick. For the BACU team, we have That's Me Fear, Dropperix, Dubness, Niue, 00, Various, Asum, Dopulit, Mitu, Dopidamatu, Shuel, Silkosh, and Pegasus. Sorry if I butchered any of your names. But that is the roster for both teams today. And, again, this is sort of both
Hey,
teams.
Gelos, just
Yes,
call
go
him
ahead.
Dopu, like everyone else does,
Dopu?
before
Which
you
one?
struggle with the name again.
Oh,
Dopu Alimatu.
Dopu Alamatu? I like.
Just call him Dopu.
I kind of
Everyone
like
says
that. I'm gonna
Dopu.
be honest. I really like that name though. Dopu Alamatu.
He's long-standing co-op player and very well known for just he's always mained medic and he's always been a very, very solid player.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's definitely something you need to have in this format. Let's go ahead and go right into the in-game screen here.
I think it's probably the hardest thing to pick up for people coming from live. Actually, for the point holding outfits, probably less so. But it's such a switch with the medics.
Now, now that we're on the in-game screen, I can talk a little bit more in detail about how Pale sort of plays. Starting on
if you're doing this, please show off the new Sunday position.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, for a lot of people, they don't know. They don't know about this. So the South Sunday is obviously the normal spot. You'd have this in the garage, and that's where it looks like BACU is going to be starting. However, for those of you that typically follow 6v6s, they've actually changed the spawn points on the 10v10 format. So now we are up here in the north, not in the garage, but actually in the rocks right over here, where there is an exit. You just go right out through here, and it actually gives you a little bit of sort of wiggle room to move around if you need to get away from that spawn camp hold that might end up happening from this building.
You say that, but in my experience and like just looking at it as well, I feel like it's just easier to camp. The lockout is much stronger because you have to pass through this. Like you basically can't dodge the roof at all. If the enemy team has your roof, you just can't get around them. You just need to run through it like a death funnel.
I've heard this argument. However, from my experience of actually playing this every now and again on POG, I have played it a little bit. This does give you just a little bit more, because of this rock here, it gives you some cover to actually cover that roof and to deal with people that are on that roof with a good amount of fallback spots yourself. I do feel like this is a good position for the bus, but of course it is entirely up to whether or not the actual players of the tourney agree by the end of it.
All right, I'm going to start counting the next tick.
All right, so we're actually going to get started fairly quickly here, it looks like. About 30 more seconds. I'm going to start off by taking a look at the BACU team. They are the Dubness and Friends guys, so let's go ahead and start here on the south side.
I'll be looking at the Frenchies then.
All right.
I believe this is an all-French team. Maybe some.
I believe so. Yeah.
Swiss French speaking. I'm not sure.
Their icon is very French, you could say.
Oh, we're starting 1 minute. Okay.
Oh, 1 more minute. Okay. I thought you meant this take. Okay. Well, that does give me a couple more seconds here to explain one more thing. There are flanking routes for those of you, again, not super
45.
aware of of how Pale plays out. Obviously, every team gets their own building. However, these flanking routes do come into play very heavily. And a good bolter can not only just watch these flanking routes, get the spots off, and get info for their team, but they can even
30.
get kills fairly quickly if a team is just running at a couple dudes out at once. Those are fairly easy shots sometimes for some of these bolters that are very, very experienced in this format. So keep an eye on how Osprey specifically, I think, deals with some of these teams pushing in from those angles.
10.
Yeah, I actually wonder. Actually, it's probably going to be Silkosh bolting for the BACU team.
5,
I wonder
4,
how he's going to do.
3,
because I know
2,
from 6v6.
1. Match starts.
All right, match has started. Let's take a look at our squad comps here. I do see a decent amount of heavies here. I see about 4 heavies here for the BACU team. 1, 2, 3 maybe medics. And I believe I did hear an infill. So I'm sure they have a bolter, which makes sense. Oh, immediate silo
You said to
climb by
watch
the
out for Osprey bolting, but Osprey is actually playing heavy and Osheim is bolting, which makes sense to me because you kind of want the strong heavies playing, which Osprey is one of, and Osheim is also a very solid bolt.
Okay, well that's actually a good thing. That means they have a very good bolter on top of a very good heavy as well inside the building.
Exactly.
Yeah, more push power. Now, there is a BACU bolter around silo there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the flanking push here by BACU onto side door.
It looks like they might make it in.
Speaking of, Dubness actually gets the kill onto Trait there.
Ooh,
Gets another one off of Lizlide. He does get flanked himself by Mid, who takes him out, but Mid is getting chased. But he does bait a heavy into his team and gets the kill. A successful bait, however, the point did get taken by BACU. 30 seconds now on their own timer.
It looks like HBG is actually winning this, maybe not winning this trade. I'm still.
Bit of a slow push, I'd say, by HBG. It's a bit methodical though. It's smart play.
Both teams though, a lot of BACU played that very slowly and hanging back and conservative.
I would say a
couple of them back to BACU.
A couple of them probably pushed a little too hard, but it wasn't too bad. They didn't lose nearly enough to have to worry about that. And now we have BACU once again back in control, but there's HBG with the final clear. HBG now going to flip point and take building. BACU, looks like our closest guy here is Various. Sorry, it's hard to read when they're running.
It's always hard to read for you. I'm sorry.
So HBG has second floor, a good spots for him too. They're in the looks like closed section right now, just kind of peeking out, looking into the open stairway leading up. Medic playing a nice passive game right now, making sure he stays alive. Trait goes down though. He might get rezzed. He does. Oh, the medic gets a frag as well. And that actually saves that room, and his teammates come in for reinforcements.
I'm
Very
quite
nice.
surprised. HBG is doing a really good job here, and in my opinion, from the weaker side. I did not expect this, honestly. I kind of expected BACU to win this pretty convincingly.
Yeah, you had you actually had you know you had a
I'm
bit
wrong.
of a bias,
Yeah,
bit
okay.
of a bias there.
I'm wrong. I get it, Gelos.
Yeah.
Wrong again.
Showing the French superiority here, HBG now taking.
I did used to be a member
again.
of BACU, so maybe that's why.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
You know what we forgot to do? Predictions. We always forget this anymore. It's alright. We can
still do them.
Yeah, we'll do it on half. It's okay. Now, BACU is finally taking back their second floor here. But HBG, you know, a couple more members still in here, and actually they have pushed right back in again. My God, HBG is doing a really good job of just not giving up control. You know, they're losing a medic every now and again, but most of the time their medics have stayed alive. Addypick here with another res. Oh, but he does get bodied and knifed. I believe he was the last medic.
I'm just doing a prediction now, Gelos.
Okay, that'll work. Thank you. Oh, and there goes the last heavy that was inside the building for HBG. Goes down. BACU now retaining control of their own building and pushing back out.
Osprey is chasing the bolter with a knife. Oh, he's finally pulled out his commie.
Oh,
can he finish it? Oh, he
no,
gets traded out. He took too long. Okay, and BACU finally in point control for once.
Yep, BACU
And they're
now
pushing
taking in,
enemy lobby.
Yeah, taking lobby. Dubnus here leading the charge with the silenced gauze saw. For anybody that doesn't know, it's actually an insanely quiet gun when it's silenced.
Yeah, but it also sounds stupid, so I wouldn't use it.
Hey, what do you mean it sounds stupid? It sounds like
Sounds
GoldenEye
stupid.
guns. How dare you?
You know what sounds better than the silenced gauze saw? The God Saw. God Saw is actually the best gun in the game.
BACU now here on stairs. They did just get themselves a couple reses. Oh! What a body knife there coming in from Silkosh. Does clear out that last HBG heavy. Meaning BACU retains control of HBG's building. Let's see if they can get a spawn camp set up here and hold on to their point even longer. Point's now about to flip into their favor in terms of time.
Oh yeah, actually. I mean, that's quite surprising. I felt like HBG had so much time on it, but
Yeah, it
I guess
felt
they
like
kept
that, but-
contesting it.
Yeah, I think that's what it was mostly. It was just that those every now and again, those little flips. They really do mess with timing quite a lot.
Yeah, good job on BACU, honestly. I
Yeah.
feel like HBG had a lot more time on it than they do.
Yeah, now BACU with 20 seconds in on their cap already.
HBG has their bottom stairs back.
Oh, actually they just
downstairs.
lost it on one side. Let's see if BACU can take the other lobby now. TC going down here. And actually they've lost the other lobby stairwell as well.
Damn, BACU
Oh.
actually kind of on that lockout almost right now.
Remington here takes out one medic, but he goes down and allows another medic to get up that that one kill. Meaning it, once again, HBG has to regroup and push back in.
Honestly, I'm surprised. BACU isn't putting anyone on the roof to just shut down and spot the spawns.
Ooh, HBG has a couple go down early, but one of the medics is still alive and he's in a nice spot here, not really visible. He did neglect to get mid up. He might get him here. There he goes. Osprey here getting heavy damage on him as he's attempting to push in the main door. He's going for the wall climb now. That'll be a great angle if he can actually get up here undetected. He does take the bolt.
This does look like HBG is about to take back their home building.
Possibly. BACU has looked like they were going to get pushed out quite a few times now so far, and they just
BACU has
recover over and
lost
over
so
again.
many people this time though.
Yep, they have. Yeah, there it goes. Looks like
people
HBG...
that actually had to respawn.
HBG, I think, has finally taken their building back. Only one medic really left in here, but he's going down right now. So BACU. Now, notice here, however, that they didn't entirely have everybody die in that building. They do have a couple people still back here on point, just kind of stalling HBG from actually pushing directly. And what that's allowing is the rest of the BACU team, because they're respawning right now, to get back into position and at least begin a push from the point. Which again, that gives you more time on that cap. Super, super important.
Enemy medic in the area.
Very, very smart plays here by BACU so far. Mid here with a little bit of damage up on balcony. He might go for a drop down here. Let's see if he does. He has just lost all of his shields though, and he goes down right away. I believe that was a Reaper DMR.
Just to point it out again, like in comparison to when HBG was in control of the point, they didn't seem to get much time on it. At least I didn't feel like it. Maybe I'll watch it back and
No,
I'll
I
be
think
like,
you're
okay,
right.
never
I
mind,
think
I was
you're right.
stupid. But this entire time, the timer has been ticking for BACU. They're doing a much better job of like completely locking out the enemy team,
Yeah.
not letting that onto the point.
Like you said, though, this is, you know, it's not too much of a difference, but this is somewhat the weaker side, in your opinion, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, it could be...
You say not too much. I think it's actually quite a big difference now.
Okay. Addy pick here with the resonate going out. I don't know if that's going to hit anybody. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Other side, however, side door flank, we do have a little push. Mid goes down, but he's getting picked right back up. Osprey chasing the kill, and it looks like he actually does take him just barely with the
Yeah, and
help, I
that's
believe,
building
with the bolt.
cleared, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. No one C left.
BACU now coming back.
Actually, I'm lying. Pegasus is on the balcony, but he's gonna have to back
A little
off.
bit of harassment, but he's not in the right position to really stall a push.
Yeah, nah.
Now mid here pushing hard onto looks like balcony window. Oh, but he goes down to Dubness, who's peeking out. A little bit of damage here from one of the BACU medics as well, looking at side door. Ozheim trying his best here to get a pick off of Balk. Looks like he did get a body there. But overall, BACU going for the aggressive push instead. BACU now taking lobby, and they're just shooting outside a side door right now. Alex, the only one left out here. He does pick up Trade bot. Trade goes immediately down. Alex also dead. A drop down by TCT proved a little questionable as he goes down almost immediately.
I don't think he had anywhere to go. I believe he was getting pushed on the roof.
Ah, okay. Ozheim also the final member going down. He was just Addy pick here to wait for his team as they regroup.
How much
50
time do we have
seconds
left in the match, Gelos?
About 5 minutes
Should be easily
total.
time for cap, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there is definitely enough time for cap. Just I wouldn't say easily. Maybe.
I mean, it's 38 seconds
Yeah.
left, right?
Well, I'm talking for the other team. I would say at this
Oh,
point,
right.
however.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, because the timers are halved. So actually, no, I don't think
Yeah.
it's technically possible for the other team at this point.
No, it's not, but it's easily
definitely-
possible for BACU.
Exactly, yeah, it's definitely possible for BACU. Only about 20 seconds left now until that cap
Getting
potentially
stalled right
goes
now,
through.
though.
Yep, Addypick and Remington both on point now. They're both medics, so it is possible that that BACU just jumps on it. However, this is a lot of members down here in the lobby. Oh, and there goes the last two BACU that were in the lobby there. Dubness and Silkosh, however, on the side. Oh, look at this. They still had one more still left in the building. He gets a little bit of damage up, but not enough to take out the medics. Silkosh getting a bolt off. Dubness also on point, just stalling the a little bit, stalling the cap backwards. Dubness goes down, however. Back inside the lobby, BACU getting a little bit regrouped. I think they're kind of panic pushing a little bit here at this point, but it might work out okay here because they only need a few seconds. Mid here on top of Pylon. Took a lot of damage there. BACU now back on point.
Looks like HBG's basically wiped, though.
Yeah, mid finally does go down, and I think you're right. Does look like HBG has died inside of their building as well. So that's about 30 seconds left until that cap, and HBG has to fully regroup and get back on that. Let's see if they can do it. A little bit of damage going out towards one of these medics here. Not too bad, though. They can easily push that back. Alex and Remington taking an EMP. Another stall tactic there. That's all they really need to do, because there's only 10 more seconds here, and if they just get HBG to panic push into that area, they're just going to get easy slaughters here. And here, yep, there it goes. A lot of them already dead
3
in lobby,
seconds,
and there
this
it
is-
is. Cap goes through for BACU. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our scoreboards while we wait on the second half to get started. All right, so for the HBG team, they had about 124 kills. BACU with 176 kills. The difference being about, is it about 50-ish? Am I thinking wrong?
I don't see it yet, Gelos.
I think it's about 50-ish. 124 to 176. That sounds about right. Somebody's gonna make fun of me if it's not. That's fine. That's okay. But yes, about 50 kills more here for the BACU team.
It is 52. How are you so bad at this?
What are you talking about?
What's 2 plus 5, Gelos?
I'm a very intelligent person. I will have
What's
you know.
2 plus 5?
You know.
What's the gap between 2 and 7?
2 and 7? I don't actually know.
How many
Is it 5?
numbers
Is it 5?
are there? Yeah.
I'm a genius. A lot of people say this, but Beebo's a genius. All right, let's take a look at these individual score lines here. HBG does have Osprey as top frag of the game at 24 and 22. He also did get, looks like 14 reses too. Those medics really made sure to get him back up. They really did heavily prioritize those heavies as well on the HBG team. 14 reses there by taken by Lizlide and Eloan with 19 reses taken. So that does imply that they made sure they stayed around their medics, which is what you want to see. But ultimately, BACU, I think, came in here with a little bit more firepower, with 5 heavies instead of only 4 that the HBG team was supplying. A little bit more push power and a lot more aggression that we saw. And just overall, the reses given huge difference. HBG went for that more standard 10v10 sort of, really focused on the medic balling gameplay, whereas BACU played this a little bit more, kill power push kind of deal. And you can see here in the score lines. Let's see here. We've got, looks like our medics gave out about let's see, what was it? 48. Yeah, 48 compared to HBG's 85. Quite a few more.
Gotta keep in mind, you need people dying to be able to revive them.
That's
and I
true.
feel like BACU did a lot better, like double or triple peeking angles, so none of them even died.
Yeah, again with that heavy kill power, they really went for it there to sort of keep each other kind of covered.
It's also difference between 3 and 4 medics, and I feel like BACU had similar staying power in the enemy building. Compared to HBG, which is pretty impressive considering there were 1 medic less.
Mm-hmm. And then for our special roles, we had Mid at 19 kills, 18 deaths, and Asum at 23 kills, 13 deaths. Asum really did seem to do quite well on that LA play. Let me see if I can take a look at him next game. And then Ozheim at 7 and 10, Silkosh at 20 and 12. Again, BACU with the really strong bolting power there. Really, really nice job there. So BACU, again, they're doing a great job so far, especially with their killing potential. HBG, they gotta somehow come up with some kind of a counter, but maybe more medics. We've seen high kill power get countered by high medic gameplays before. So
well, for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even, but yeah.
I don't know. It seemed a lot more like 5 minutes when Biz was getting absolutely stomped last night. Is anybody there with me? Hello?
Hey, if it was 5 minutes, then why didn't Bex win, huh?
Okay, first of all, that was not the Bex team. I will have you know.
Your name is on that team.
That is not true. I am not on that team.
It says Bex right there.
It does say Bex right there. That's true. All right, we're gonna go back into the main screen here while we get ready for the next half to get started. So we've got rotated spawns here. So HBG now starting on the south side and BACU on that north rock side. The differences being, in my opinion, a little bit minimal, but there are some differences that should be noted. One thing that I think is most important, because we saw this happen a couple of times, BACU was able to get building control very well when they were holding onto HBG's building on that north side, right? And what that means for this side is HBG is going to have a little bit easier of a time actually getting that building cleared out. You have a lot more options when you're coming in from the south side to get into your building. You have an immediate roof jump right here, which can get you right into the roof, or from this side or this side, obviously. Or you can just jump down into this balcony side, and of course, you can also just jump straight down
1
over
minute.
here, walk around, go to balcony there, even walk all the way to side door and come in through the point area. There's a lot more options and a lot more surprises, I would say, for the BACU team to deal with when it comes to holding on to the south building if that happens.
40 seconds.
That was definitely happening very well for the HBG team, or I'm sorry, for the BACU team on the last match, the last half. We'll see if HBG can really take advantage of the
30
slightly
seconds.
better spawn. All right, so we're gonna get started here in about 30 seconds. I will once again watch the BACU team, see what we got for squad count.
Yeah, you
20
would.
seconds.
You're a little unseasoned. You know, they're probably only winning because they have Gelos.
That's true. That's true. Actually, unironically though, Gossaw is a really good choice for the Pale Canyon
5,
map, in my
4,
opinion. It does have
3,
very good long
2,
sight lines
1.
where you can want
match
those
start.
long range weapons.
He's just nuts for this format overall.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many
Alright.
times when you need to shoot across.
Yeah. All right. So we have. It looks like. Don't quote me on this, but it looks like maybe more heavies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm seeing about 5 heavies.
I'm gonna quote you on that one actually.
All right. Well, it might be about the same. It might be about the same.
Someone clip it.
All right, one heavy going down quickly there on the side, but there's one medic here to back him back up. That's Me Fear, gets the res off. And he go around and get that. No, he goes down instead. Pegasus here with the wall climb up to balcony. Osprey going down on side. BACU,
Yeah,
by
that
the way,
was
should
actually
be
pretty
noted.
good kill on him.
They've just gotten the cap timer start. Oh, maybe not actually. It looks like the ref may have forgotten to unfreeze that point. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Anyway, BACU inside of HBG's building. Now this is what I was going to talk about previously. Now that they're inside of the building, this is where HBG can actually do a little bit better than they did on that last half, because they do have a lot more options. Now, unfortunately, a couple of them are just kind of going straight into this door, which a lot of people do know this is a bit of a death trap. However, it doesn't look like BACU was really covering it super well. So, looks like they got, oh, I take it back. One of them came in and flanked. They got the kills right away. Side door not
Yeah,
being
but
covered
side
super
door's
well.
completely open.
Yep. Still a bit of rough shape here so far. That side door push is slowly getting killed. Looks like only 2 left, maybe 1. Elowan's trying his best to stay alive up there, get his picks.
But he's facing
Goes
the
down.
Dopu Gelos. He's facing the one and only Dopu Alimat.
Dopu Element.
How's he gonna win
I
that?
really love his name, by the way. Can I just reiterate that? All right, a drop down here by Osprey. He's just throwing a frag nade in, see if he can get a little. Oh, and he actually does with that frag nade get a kill off that LA, I believe.
That's pretty funny because that LA was trying to kill him as well and tried to run away.
Yeah.
Got hit by the frag. Oh, and now the LA tried him back.
Ooh. Body and a knife there by Ozheim, but it doesn't kill, but he does eventually get Pegasus. BACU slowly losing control of this building, but not by enough. HBG really needs to get a full clear here. There's just still too many BACU members in here. Mid with a swoop onto balcony, but he goes down. Asum here on balcony as well. BACU retaining control. Only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left now until that cap potentially goes through. And HBG is really having a tough time getting back their building. Oh, a big push into their main door. It does take out Dubness and Doperix, though.
Droperix?
Droperix? Is it actually Droperix? No.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
That is your bad. I'm sorry.
And it looks like HBG gets their second floor back, mostly anyway. They do still need to deal with Nyawei? How do you say his name?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I'm gonna go with Nyawei.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm looking at the name and I'm like,
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to figure out the pronunciation for that. So.
Yeah,
Anybody-
I'm
if
looking at the
anybody
name
knows-
and my brain makes the sound that Tina from Bob's Burgers makes.
Alright, Looks like HBG, now that they have control of the point, they pushed a little bit. They're not going super hard just yet. They have already gotten you know, a couple picks here, but oh, they just lost a heavy and a medic inside of the second floor, allowing BACU to actually do a counter push now. Dubness
feel
and
like-
his goon squad on the way.
I would not be surprised if BACU is actually playing this off like default setups, where they know, okay, these 3 people are going over there, and then this guy is going over here, and if this guy dies, one of these 2 medics will rest. Like something like that. Honestly, they seem so well coordinated
Right?
about like
Yeah.
splitting their people, and it would make sense because Dubness on that team, and he's known for like
Yeah,
having stress like that and being really good at making them.
yeah, he's a very when it comes to team leaders, he's one of those that are very micromanagey kind of people, which is definitely a good thing in certain formats. And this one actually might be a really good one for that.
He's
you
really
can
good at
see-
it.
Yeah, you can see just that. You know, that's sort of those,
Kind of
those
like the Ren
strategies
team
kind of-
back in the day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those sort of strategies that are you know, staying in place the entire time as they move around. It really does seem like it's working out very well for them. They're staying together very well.
I might also be lying, or we might be lying, and it's just random, and that is
Could be.
really good because the majority of this team plays so much live together. They probably have really good cohesion.
Yep. Also entirely possible. All right, now BACU has gotten a clear inside of the HBG home building. And now there's only about 1 minute and 15 seconds left. They have really been holding on to onto home building very, very well. They lost it briefly, but since they're already back in, they are getting time on that point. HBG is in a bit of a rough spot right now. HB now jumping onto roof. This is actually a really good spot to be coming in from, in my opinion. I don't know why they haven't been making too much use of this, but they are starting to make use of it now. Doing a little bit of a side strafe there onto stairwell, getting a little damage off. Now they're rotating back onto balcony. They do get the pick off of window, but unfortunately they've just lost 2 inside. And there's a third as well on balcony. It goes down.
And that's me fear, fragging out as a medic,
Yeah.
just like on live. Honestly, oh yeah, Halo just said it. They do not have any strats. They just have. He's saying it's probably just the cohesion from live, and I totally believe that. If you've spent the last few years playing together on live, you do form the cohesion.
I don't know. It sounds like I'm being gaslit right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna girl boss you.
Don't girl boss me, please.
Yeah, it's boss babe time.
Alright, so BACU's only got about 10 seconds left here until the cap goes through, potentially. HBG's making a final desperate push, and it's actually working out. They've got about 4 people on the point. They have flipped it now. But look up here on the balcony. We got That's Me Fear and Schwell both up here. Dropping down along with Dubness and Yahweh. It's very hard to
We're
say.
gonna have
It's
to
very
ask
hard to
someone
say.
how to ask them.
I keep forgetting how I pronounce his name every time I pronounce it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask whoever we're interviewing how we should say that in the future.
About 15 seconds left here. I think this might be the end for HBG here. Don't see too much potential for a push.
Mid is going
Mid's
for a
jumping
desperate
it.
attempt, and he is
It actually
flashing it,
working,
but
yeah.
and no
And he
one's
gets the
shooting him
pick
yet.
off in Yahweh as well, but he does have to deal with the guy
Various is
above him.
dropping him.
Oh, and
He
Various
does
does
get
get
him.
him.
Okay.
5 seconds left now. If HBG
Good
can
attempt,
make
though.
one more attempt here. Just enough time.
Yeah,
Oh,
jumping
1
point.
second. And yeah,
Falling
they are.
at last second,
Oh,
but
there
it's
it
not enough.
goes. That is BACU with the game win. Let's go ahead and take a look at our scoreboard. All right, so again, the kill counts has once again increased by another 50, putting our total difference at around 100 kill count difference, with BACU coming out on top. It looks like our top frag of the
Considerable
game
amount.
is actually Dubness at 39.
Oh,
Yeah, quite nice.
well done.
Yeah, he did.
Very,
Oh wait.
actually not very close to him. still got kind of close. ASOM with 37 SDLA on Pale.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It is, yeah, and you know, some people that don't know Pale super well, LAs aren't usually played in 6v6 format because they are not super great at killing. I can see why
I
you want
would
them in
still
10v10.
always run one. Yeah, I don't think there's a map where I wouldn't run
Mhm.
one in 10v10 actually.
10v10
Yeah.
I would understand because you can lock down the bolter and you're not sacrificing anybody in terms of points.
You
You're just
also,
User joined your channel.
I think mainly you get a lot of spots off as well,
Mhm.
which is incredibly useful.
yeah. Oh, we have Osprey here for the HBG
I'm
team.
Pop
You wanna,
Dumbness.
yeah, find Dumbness for me. We'll get him in here.
Yes.
Hello Osprey. Give me just one moment. We're
Hello.
just going over a couple more of the stat lines. So
Sure, go ahead.
the revives given definitely goes in favor of the HBG team at 124. BACU only got about 77, but again, they are running a much heavier sort of aggressive kill force push. I don't know what term did I use last time.
Osprey, can you move Dabness in, please? I don't remember the password for the
User
channel.
was moved
Oh.
to your
Thank
channel.
you. And then, of course, the difference in medics as well does come into play for those reses given. So, BACU really emphasizing kill power. I think that's the term I was using before. All right, so we have Osprey here for the HBG team, and we have Dubness here for the BACU team. First of all, obviously, congratulations to Dubness for the win there on that match. It was very, very well done. In fact, it was actually incredibly coordinated kind of team play, it seems like. Going into this match, and I believe Haylock kind of said this himself too in our chat. Did you guys just is this just more of like how you guys play on live? Like this is just how you guys are, or was there a little bit of a sort of micromanagement that happened beforehand to figure out where people need to be going together? What exactly was the pre-match strats? All right, we'll wait.
Sorry, who's that for?
Oh, there he is.
You.
Oh, sorry.
I thought maybe you were AFK. My bad.
No. Yeah, I mean, I like to run my teams with structure, and micromanagement definitely falls into that. It's clear to me that I don't have a lot of Jaeger players on the BACU team, so it's even more important, right, to make sure they understand how the map works and where we need to be going. I took a risk with the 3 medics. I thought, we'll try it first half, and if it doesn't work, we'll switch to 4. But we didn't really have any issues that first half. A couple mistakes here and there for sure, but otherwise, I think it all worked out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely really did have a really good job when it came to coordination. On the HBG team, Osprey, you guys, how did you try and counter that coordination? Because it seemed like you guys were having a really hard time. You did, however, break through a couple times. What exactly seemed to have happened there when you guys did manage to break those holds sometimes?
I mean, how I saw the thing is I knew I couldn't hold lobby, like the main entrance. So my whole plan was about having like kind of a pincer, like two sides, one upstairs, one on the side door, flanking and stuff, or going around and stuff. But the thing is, like he said, I have very little Jaeger players. I think if I accumulate all my players of the whole roster, I have less POG games in the last 5 months than one of their guy alone. So
hey, there's no need to call me out like that. I'm bad at
come
POG,
on.
okay?
Come on, don't say that, but not Jaeger players. Anyway, so the thing is, we were supposed to like hold upstairs while the other group comes behind, and the thing is, half the time my guys were actually downstairs or like not where they were supposed to be, and they got caught off guard. And when the second group came in, we couldn't just wipe because with the reses, and they would just all turn on us. The thing is, it worked out like twice, which is like those 2 times we cleared them and pushed their building. And yeah, like that. Overall, that's what happened, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it did seem like sometimes you guys were able to break through. I just wanted to know from your perspective what seemed to have been doing that. One other thing that I do want to talk about, because I was hearing from Gretchen that both of these teams don't have a lot of players with a ton of Jaeger experience by any means. Does any we'll start with actually Dubness. Do you have anybody on your team that you feel like is really kind of taken up this sort of format and really shined through that you want to spotlight it at all? Because I have seen from especially newer teams every now and again you'll see some of these kind of players that you don't expect, you've never heard of them before, but they seem to really become a natural sometimes when it comes to Jaeger play.
I think it might be a bit unfair to single out individuals like that. 10v10 is quite team orientated. So yeah, I don't think I could really give you a fair answer on that one.
Okay. How about you, Osprey? Do you have anybody specifically that seems like it's kind of they seem like they're really picking up this format at all?
I would say overall, all the guys I'm discovering right now, because this iteration of a team, like I know a bunch of the people from like BGTT and Vodi, but I had no clue what to expect from the SCFR, the MMLW guy, so Vickers and Nizlight, and a few others, and I think there's a few from Cork as well, not a French outfit, and I won't really highlight one of them in particular, but overall I'm really happy with those guys, like implication, like at least those that I can line up and that are here.
Yeah.
Sadly today I'm missing, like if I had to give names, I think I'm missing two of my big names today, which would be like Denha and Luxas.
Okay.
I think they would be like my core heavies, but honestly, it won a trade. It's first time heavy, and on this, and Vickers and Nizlight, they did good work. I cannot blame them. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna
actually, I was gonna say Trait. We saw him on a couple of flanks there, and he was doing a pretty good job of actually like doing a solid flank and prioritizing a medic every now and again. When he went for those, I actually saw a flank there on side door, I believe it was, helping really heavily clear out lobby.
So the guy usually plays medic and goes for those flanks as medic, and like we did a scrimming against FPS, like the Snipsels team, on Thursday, and he was like, dude, you know what? I feel like on PAL I could play heavy because I'm feeling the flanks on this map, and I'm like, yeah, sure, go for it, bro. Like, and yeah, I'm quite happy that when it comes from the player itself like that himself, I'm super happy with it. When they ask me for something, and I don't have to tell them, okay, you do this, you do that, and like they're like it's a gut feeling, you know. And if he's successful on flanks, that his guts are good on this map, and he can go on the flanks. So I'm happy with those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well
I have one more question for Dubness. How do you pronounce the name of Njove000? How do you...
So again, I don't actually have the answer to that. I just call him Niwi or Niwu.
Okay, that's easier.
He doesn't even know how to pronounce his own name.
Oh, very good.
God.
if you need to call him out, just say, "Oh, hey, dude, you're getting pushed." We'll figure out.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Well, for those of you in chat, stick around. We are going to do another match, same channel. It is going to be in just about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yep.
And it's gonna be Gen X versus Bash, which is I think the blue bracket, correct?
I believe so. That sounds
right.
It's
pink group. Pink group.
There's another color. Okay.
It's the decider for most.
The group with Bs.
No, it's gonna be the decider who's gonna get last spot. Whoever loses gets the last spot in the group. It's matched for third and fourth. Everyone makes it out of groups, but obviously the higher you seed, the easier time you will have in playoffs. And it should be a really close match, I expect.
All right. Well, that is it for this stream. We're just going to take it down for a little bit here, and I'll restart the stream with the new title and all that. Thank you all for watching. Stick around for just a little bit here, and we will restart once again. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.
Thanks, GG.
GG's.